Okay, in this particular video, I'm just going to show you how to play the bar E and A chords using a very old bluegrass traditional song called Boil 'Em Cabbage Down. This can be applied to any song you play, but I'm just using this one for example. Now if we notice here, this is in the key of G. You can see my mouse moving over here. And I'm going to put this in more of a bluegrass standard. And let you just listen to how this sounds first. Now let's slow that down a little bit more because it's way too fast. Let's just go to 90 for now. Okay? Let's see how it sounds at 90. Now we're going to take this and finish, just do one time each time I do one. So what I'm going to emphasize here more than anything, not my right hand, because you can't see my right hand with this picture in a way. I'm going to emphasize my left hand. And what I'm going to do here is emphasize the E chord and the A chord positions. So if I'm going to play in the key of G using my E chord position, then I need to take my finger down here on the 3rd fret and bar it to make my E. So now this is my G chord. This should sound exactly the way they play in their G there, okay? Now with this being said, this is my G chord without using a capo and playing with the E chord formation. I'm going to put the bar it on the 3rd fret to make my G. Now how would I make my C chord from this position? It's basically my A chord. So I'm going to take my other 2 fingers off and just use my ring finger to bar right there on the 5th fret. That's my C. My scooting the whole thing down 2, there's my D. So the G, C, and D. Those 3 positions, wherever you're making your first note, your first or your root chord, I'm playing the key of G, so right here, and then you look at the 4th and the 5th. So if I'm playing this in the key of A, I'm going to put my first position here, my 4th and 5th. So I'm scoot down from my first position, 1 here. I'm going to play in the key of A right here. I'm going to drop an A. I'm going to drop my my A chord position here. Let's slide down 2. So if I'm playing in the key of F, it'd be here. If I'm playing in the key of F, it'd be here. B flat, C. So you're going to scoot down each time when you make the first chord, 4th chord, 5th chord. First chord, 4th chord, 5th chord. So if I'm in G, let's see what that sounds like using that position. Let's go twice on this. Finish it twice. If I play it in A, I can change this to A. Now if you can see here, it says A, D, A, E. So I'm going to put my bar E chord on the 5th fret. I'm going to drop my ring finger down and then slide it down here. That's all I got to do. So watch this here. What if we want to play it in a D chord formation or using the A chord? If I'm, usually when I say the A chord, I'm saying this is my fundamental A. This is my foundation A. Everything from B down is, if you're using a bar A chord, I would recommend using my ring finger to hit those 3 strings, but don't hit the bottom string. You want that down dead. So, okay, so if I'm using my bar A chord configuration, what if I want to play it in D? I can't play D up here, this my E starts off. So I have to use my bar A, that would be down here on the 5th fret. So if I want to change this to D, okay, you're going to see it says D, G, and A. What we're going to use is my bar A chord and bar E chord again. Now this time, instead of going down, so for example, when I played an A, I'm going to go here, drop, scoot, 2. 1, 4, 5, drop to my 4th chord, and scoot down 2 from my 5th. But now I'm going to use my A chord configuration, so instead of scooting down for my 4th, I'm going to scoot up for my 4th. For example, if I'm in D here, I'm going to play G, I'm going to scoot up, then drop down. So 1 A chord configuration, scoot up 2 from my 4th, and scoot back down from my 5th. So it'll be, that's how it sounds like. Case, I'm making my first chord, my very first chord is a root chord using a bar A chord. Then I'm going to scoot up 2 to get my 4th, making a bar E, scoot back down from my 5th. Okay, so that's when I start off using a bar A chord, and I'm just playing the 1st, 4th, and 5th note, 1st, 4th, and 5th chords. Then my first chord will be my bar A. My 4th chord will be my bar E, scoot back 2 frets. Then my 5th chord will be back where it's at. So if I use my strumming pink, I'm gonna go. Now that's different. It's a little different. Remember, the bar E chord starts off. It's going to go from here, drop, and scoot. So that's the fundamentals of playing any 3-chord song out there, is knowing what key you're in, find that root chord. If I'm going to play an F sharp 2nd fret, drop, and scoot. If I want to play an E, I can play down here. Come back to. Remember, just only when you play an A, you scoot back 2, pull back down 2. No matter where you're at. I hope this helps you.